Hello, my beautiful people. So, have you ever asked for something huge and got a no every time? And then, boom, your smaller request suddenly gets a yes. That's not the luck. That's psychology, and it's called door in the face technique, and it's a super smart way to gently persuade people without being pushy, and it's a great technique. So today we are going to understand into how one schoolgirl used it to raise money for tree planting, and how you can use it to get better at negotiating, convincing, and even making your next big ask way easier. So get ready to unlock one of the coolest mind trick in the persuasion playbook. Let's go. So here is the story of Ananya's smart ask. Ananya wanted to raise money for her school tree planting drive. She and her friend Rishi were going door to door in the neighborhood asking people to donate. At Mr. Mehta's house, Ananya had a great idea. She rang the bell and said politely, "Namaste uncle, would you be able to donate ₹1,000 for our school's environment project?" Mr. Mehta looked surprised and said, "Beta, ₹1,000 is too much. I am sorry." Ananya smiled and replied, "That's okay, uncle. Even ₹100 would really help us to plant a tree." Mr. Mehta paused and then said, ₹100 will be perfect. Yes, I can do that." He went inside and brought the money. As they walked away, Rishi whispered, "Wow, Ananya, that worked. I thought you would say no to everything." Ananya smiled. She said, "That's the trick. If you ask for something big first, the small thing feels easy in the comparison." And that day, Ananya used the trick door in the face technique, not to trick anyone, but to gently guide people towards helping for a good cause. So door in the face technique is a persuasion technique where you start with a big request like Maya asked for ₹1,000 that will likely to be rejected, and then follow it with a smaller request, which is the one you actually wanted, because the second request feels more reasonable in comparison. People are more likely to say yes. Now we'll understand how it works. Ask for something big and expect a no. Then ask for something smaller. Person feels a little guilty or pressured to compromise and say yes. Now we'll understand why it works. It works because people want to be nice or fair. Saying no to the first request make them feel a little bad. Saying yes to the smaller one feels like a compromise. So now here we are going to understand the real life examples. For example, in friendship, one of the friends says, "Can you help me paint my whole house this weekend?" And the other friend says, "No, it's a big task." And then you say, "Okay, can you at least help me to move a few boxes?" And for the second request, you said, "Okay, sure." And the second example is your school or at work. So can you write a full report for me? Somebody asks you and you says, "No, it is a big task." And then you say, "Okay, can you just help me with the summary section?" And in the second request, you surely says, "Yes, maybe I can do that." So in short, to conclude, I can say that the door in the face technique works because it flips rejection into agreement by making the real request seem smaller, fairer, and harder to refuse. It's a persuasion through contrast, not confrontation. I would also like to add that use this technique ethically, because manipulating people for selfish or harmful purposes can damage the trust and relationship. I hope you like this topic of mine. If you like this topic, you can always subscribe my channel and you can give your precious feedback. Thank you and have a nice day.